Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic with me, Mangy Panda, and our lovely new Republic of Pandagrad. And if you remember in our last episode, we worked on setting up our city services for our new city that we're putting in that's going to support the steel area. It's been a little while, just waiting for some construction to get done. While that was going on, I worked on babysitting track builders and trains and started to electrify our existing rail system. And right now, our little pig locomotive, which is what we use to shuttle around all our wagons and cars and everything, is going to pick up our first electric train set. As you can see, it's a little beat up, but we got a really good deal on it on the used market. So we're going to get that over into the depot and let it get it repaired. Then we're going to put it to work. We're going to slowly start replacing all of our train sets and everything with electric so that we don't have to worry about constantly getting them fuel and everything else. So with that said, let's go take a look at what's going on in our new town. So if we come over here, you can see we've started putting in all the infrastructure that we laid out last time. So this whole side is done being built. We've already got the warehouses being stocked with all the materials we're going to need. We've got, whoops, wrong building. Meat over here in the meat warehouse. Shopping center's done. We got sports, culture, alcohol. We've got the medical university over here. We've started building this side. We've got the fire station in. We've already got some helicopters. Again, I've been shopping on the used market for these. Whenever I can find one that's a good price, I'll buy it and put it over at the repair station until it gets fixed and bring it over here. Because one of the nice things about having the helicopters is they don't require any people. So even though there's 0 people working here in the fire station, these helicopters will still respond to any fires that happen here. They'll even respond out here into the oil field, over into here, and we can send them out to the farm and stuff because we have had a few fires out there. Hospital's up and running. We've got our little tram depot here, which we've already got some of our first trams in there waiting to shuttle everybody around. Repair center's up and running. And we're working right now on the TV station, the prison, the police station, the courthouse, and the secret police. And we've started construction on the various kindergartens, but all the utilities are in. So heat is done. Let's take a look underground. So all the heating is done, all the sewage is done, all the water is done, all the electrical is done. So we're just about at the point where we're ready to start building some residentials, getting some people moved in here. We do have to get this stuff constructed over here, our water filtration plants. But all the rest of our underground storage, all of our wells, all that stuff is up and running. What we're going to work on today is we're going to put in the other essential buildings that we need to maintain this city. So what we're going to need over here is we're going to need some technical service offices for trash as well as snow plows. So we're going to need that. We're probably going to need 2 or 3 of those set up. Sorry about that, just had to sneeze. Get that set up. We are also going to want to put in a smaller construction office. And what this construction office, we'll go with 16 vehicles. This construction office is going to be set up just to do reconstruction for this city. That way we've got a dedicated office over here that's going to be taking care of all this stuff because, there's a lot of stuff in here that's going to need reconstruction periodically, and at least having that dedicated office there, it can work on some of it and take some of the load off our main construction area as we continue to expand. Oh, I forgot to show you over here. I've got this all cleared out. All we've got left is this little bit here, but I think this is going to be enough area to where we can start putting in all our steel stuff. I'm not sure if I have to take this stuff off. There is Our main coal source is here. There is a smaller coal source right in this area, but I don't know that we're going to need to access it. So we'll see what happens. This was a lot of work to get that flattened. I'm not sure if I want to spend the time to do the rest of this, because this should be, right here should be plenty of area, because we got our steel is right here, or iron is right here, coal's right here. So this is plenty big enough right here to get all of our steel processing and everything in there. But back over to this. So we've got our technical services, we've got our construction office. We're also going to want a depot, or distribution office, sorry. And this is going to handle, so shopping center is direct fed via the warehouses from the train station. But this is going to handle things like taking alcohol over here to the two pubs, taking chemicals over to our water plants over here, keeping the repair station stocked with everything that it needs, and just general running around like that. We're going to set that up. We also want to set up a second distribution office, because we're going to have a lot of trash generated here, and we don't want to truck it all the way over there every single time. We want the trash system or the garbage trucks that are in here just to stay local. So we're going to set up another distribution office, and we're going to set up a trash sorting center where these guys can just drop it off there. It'll all get sorted, and then the people in here, the trash in here, they'll take it to where it needs to go to be processed, because we're eventually going to move that processing center, maybe over here by steel, I haven't decided, and set up a full recycling center over there. But we're going to need that, so that means we need a couple waste transfers set up, and we're going to need one of those set up, as well as some road cargo stations. So we'll get all that set up, all that, and then also the one thing I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's getting to that point because we're now 20 years into the game, so our vehicles are starting to show their age, and the older they get, the more wear and tear, or the faster they accumulate their wear and tear, and eventually they'll get to the point where it's just not worth continually maintaining them. So what we want is we want a scrapyard. We want the big one with the rail. Now, what the scrapyard will do is we can send vehicles here, and with some workers, they'll break it down, and you can get mechanical components, electrical components, steel, aluminum, if you're breaking down aircraft, and metal scrap, aluminum scrap, all that stuff. And then the rest is converted into mixed waste. And so that lets us take, because right now, again, let's take a look at, let me find somebody here. Here, we'll look at this truck right here. So if we wanted to sell this truck, it actually costs us money. We have to pay somebody to come scrap it. So not only do we have to pay for the cost of purchasing a new vehicle, we're going to have to pay $8,500 just to get rid of this existing one, and we get nothing out of it. Here, we at least break them down for some basic resources and everything. So it's not a drain on our resources. We get something out of it. We don't have to pay money, and we get our new vehicle. And also, you can set up right here to automatically replace vehicles. So you can set it to bring it in from a depot, vehicle storage if you're making your own storage, or buy a new one. You can set it, you can come in here and you can set it at a certain wear and tear and age of vehicle, and it'll click here and it'll automatically drive itself to the scrapyard, and it'll replace itself with whatever it is that you want to replace it with. So, for example, we'll look at this snowplow, okay? So if we go, let's just go snowplows. All right, so we've got 3 different snowplows. This is one of the first ones we've got, and it's really slow. So if we look at snowplows, So that's the SKD 706. So it's only got a plowing speed of 23 kilometers per hour. Then we upgraded to the KAZ right here, and it had a 43 kilometers per hour plowing speed. But if you look, our new one here has a 50 kilometer an hour plowing speed. So that's twice the speed of this guy. So we could have it set up automatically to where all 9 of these that we have go to the scrapyard, and we purchase 9 new snowplows that will plow at twice the speed. And we can do that for all the different vehicles. So another example is we can go to our open holes. And again, the SKD, that was our first vehicle, our first trucks that we got. It was the biggest, best thing we could get at the time, you know. And that is... No, that's not... No. SKD, yeah. Oh, this one right here. So it hauls 13 tons of steel. Sorry, it's a mix between those two. I couldn't remember which was. But it's 13 tons of steel, which was, actually, again, that was the best we could get at the time. But now we've got these up here, and it only went 62 kilometers. Now we've got these, they go 92 kilometers, and they haul 27 tons of steel. So twice the amount of steel, plus it goes 30 kilometers an hour faster. So that make all our deliveries and all our construction much faster. So again, we could just set, we've got 29 of these sitting around in our various distribution yards and construction offices and stuff, and we could have them all replaced with these. So that's why I want to get the scrapping center set up. But that's going to require, you know, workers to process the vehicles and stuff. We can get it set up already, and then we can, once it's built, we can automatically start sending vehicles here, and they'll just wait here until we get workers over here. But let's go ahead and work on getting all this stuff set up. So here's where our train line's coming in. So let's just go ahead and, whoops, run this line out just a little bit, just so we know kind of where it's at. Then we'll start with our technical services offices. So what we're going to want, I think we want 2. We'll go with 2 to start. Actually, I still haven't decided if we want to put that guy in here or not. We'll just move him off. That's the town hall. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's upgrade that to a road with the tram track. We'll do that there as well, and that, and that. Then we'll bring this out. Out to there. Let's get an end station. Let's figure out how far out, so we can come, basically, this is the edge of our power grid. And that's just going to kind of give us an idea of how far out we can go without having to run more power. All right, so right there. Now we'll take our technical services offices. And like I said, I think we want 2. We're going to do one that's basically all garbage trucks, and another one that's all snowplows. So we'll start with one there. And we'll put the other one right there. Okay, so we got those guys set up. Then our distribution office. Right. So we'll do the same thing with these guys. Do one there. And one right there. Oh, return oak snapping off. I was really hoping to be able to connect them into these road connections here. Come on, you can. I know you can do it. There we go. Sometimes you just got to finagle it with it a little bit, and you'll be able to get it. But it does take a little bit of work sometimes. This one, that might be pushing it a little bit to get. There we go. All right. So we've got our 2 distribution offices, our 2 technical service offices. So we've got those. And we need our construction office, which the construction office, again, this doesn't really need power, but we'll go ahead and stick that in. Oh. What do you mean? Alright, so let's get a free depot. We'll throw you right here for now. Get rid of that road. Put in a dirt road. And you guys just come live. Oh, come here. Live here for right now. Because we don't need to worry about them over there for right now. All right, so we got that in. We got that in. Do have this other road here. But let's look at you. Do you want the rail connections? Because I definitely want to be... We forgot to put it... Well, I forgot to put a tram stop in there. So let's go ahead... Do I even need trams over here? I will need... Yeah... I don't really need trams over here. Let's get rid of all of that. All right, let's try this again. All right, we'll bring this up here. Then you can connect to there, you can connect to there, you can connect to there, you can connect to there. All right. And bring you around like that. Over to there. Okay. We can just set up footpaths and to run our scrapping yard. We can just have people walk from over here. That'll be fine. All right, let's try this again. All right, so you, I'm gonna put you over here. Probably about there. Let's go ahead and just connect these up. Put all that in. All right, so we've got our scrap center. You're gonna want a road there. Then we want, oops. We gotta. All right, so then we need a. So to set this guy up, we want to have a spot for him to kick out his resource stuff, or we can just have him picked up from here. But at least the metal scrap, we want to have that kicked out into a storage. So we don't really need a big one. 1,000 tons is good. So maybe right about there for now. And go ahead and run some rail. No, don't connect onto there. Turn snapping back on. All right, now we want to run the rail farther. That'll work right there. We can also scrap trains and stuff like that. Ooh, which reminds me, we do want to put in aircraft parking, a helipad, so that we can scrap helicopters, especially since we're using them now as they get old. Right. That looks like the best spot we're going to be able to put it for right now. All right. Then do we want to kick out mechanical components and stuff? We probably do. So let's look at a warehouse. Our factory connections are over there. Well, alright, I didn't cover one. Did I cover one up there? Nope. Move that because we can always run conveyors over everything else. So let's put in, let's get our warehouse. Want that one? Alright, because what is the internal storage of our scrapyard? Holds 20 tons mechanical components, 80 tons of steel, 14 tons electrical, metal scrap. You know what, I might regret this later, but for right now, we're not going to put in the storage. We're not going to do it. Like I said, I might regret that later. I have a feeling I will regret that later, but that's something for later Mangy to deal with. So we've got that there. We've got our rails in. This will be fine. This won't be very heavy traffic, so we can go ahead and just cross it with the rails. Bring you up to there. You to there. 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 And there. And just as a note, if you plan on electrifying your rails, it's easier to build the rails first and come back and upgrade them later to electrical. Because the problem is, so, like, let's look at this intersection right here. So from here to here is one, from this purple dot to this purple dot is one construction job, okay? And since there's multiple tracks here, you can't get rid of these nodes. So, and then from this purple dot to this purple dot is one construction job. So it'll come, it'll build this, then it'll build this, then it'll build maybe this one here, this here, something like that. The issue with doing electrical trains, since it's built in stages, is your track builder will come out here and it'll lay all this track, hit this and stop. Turn around and go back. Then it'll come back out to lay your electrical and hit this and stop and turn around and go back. Then it'll come in here and it'll lay the track just for this teeny little section and leave and come back and put the electrical in for just this teeny little section. So if you do this, lay it out just as regular concrete rails, it'll come through, it'll build this. When it hits that dot, if it still has materials, it'll just keep going. And then when you come back and you upgrade all this to electrical, it'll do the same thing. It'll go right along here, hit this dot. If it's still got materials, it'll just keep going. So it's actually faster to build them in as concrete, unless you're doing just like really long stretches with no nodes, no breaks, which let's get rid of those guys real quick. Then you can just run it all as electrical, but especially when you're dealing around intersections and stuff like that, you want to have all the electrical done later. Because the other thing we want to do is I want to bring in, I don't want to have all the traffic coming out here going necessarily through the city and through our passenger rails terminal. So we're going to run this out some more. So we're going to take this line right to there. And I should have done this from the beginning, because now I get this little jig right here where the tracks don't quite line up perfectly straight because we're coming off this curve. So it kind of curves and then kicks back over because it won't let me connect back up to here. But if you run, that's why lots of times you'll see me on these intersections where I just go ahead and run the track out and leave it. Because that way, if I ever want to connect up back here, it still gives me that nice straight track. It doesn't affect gameplay. It doesn't affect how your trains move. It's just an OCD kind of thing where I just think it looks better. All right, now let's put in tunnel. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Perfect. And then, ooh, do we want to come out in the hill or do we want to just turn? You know what, let's... Yeah, I don't know that's going to let us. Yep, we're going to have to go ahead and turn it. So... that's fine. We'll turn it right there. That'll work. And just take from you to there. That looks good. And from there, there. And let's go ahead and then, no, get rid of those nodes there. Good, good. And so we'll go ahead and back that up to there. Take that one. And there we go. All right, so that's laid out. Perfect. We'll go ahead and approve that. So our track builders can get out here and start doing that. All right, so we got that going. All right, good. We can put our construction office in now. Which, of course, I just built a bunch of rails right where I was going to build the construction office. So, isn't that the way it always works? There we go. We can put him in right there. That'll work. The only thing left is to set up our trash sorting. So what we want is, where are we going to put trash sorting? Probably right here, because we're not going to run, we may run a road out here just so that this guy can help service that area. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that right now. No, no, no. While we're here, let's go ahead and get you going. And just slowly graveling all these out here so it's easier for like them to get out here for reconstruction. So let's go ahead from here to there. No, I don't. I want you to be on the roundabout to there. There. Now that office can get out here and help with reconstruction stuff out there. Otherwise, our pump jacks and stuff are going to start collapsing. Because let's see, wear and tear 20%, 27, 30, 21, 22. So they're going to need some repairs here in a little while. All right, so we'll set that up there. Now we'll put in, all right, so we want That's our cargo station. All right, so we need our cargo station. We're going to put it... We'll say here for right now. And we need this guy. We'll do this side. That'll work. And these are our transfers. Yep. All right. So we need a transfer station. We need one here. One here and one there. All right. We don't need that. And we'll put in our roads. Come on, can't we come off of that? If we turn snapping off, there we go. Come off of there. You can go to there. You can go to there. You. Go to there. And let's take that out real quick. Oops. Work. Oh. A lot of fiddling. Whoops. Damn it. I didn't want to do that. There we go. And then you can come into there like that. Oh, who's that? Oh, track builder, of course. All right, you're going. You're all right. You just go. All right, so then we'll have all of our trash guys over here. They'll come. They'll just dump everything off here. Will be sorted just like the other place. So this will be mixed waste. This will be like all biological waste. This will be like half hazardous waste, half construction waste. This will have metal scrap, aluminum scrap, and plastic scrap. And then our distribution office will pick all this stuff up from here and take it to where it needs to go. So we've got all of that set, ready to go. I think that's probably where we're going to call this episode for today. When we come back, next episode, we'll probably start laying out steel. We might be working on getting people moved out here. We do have some jobs that they can work, plus they can just do general construction and help build the rest of the buildings and everything here. So that's it for today. Thank you. My name's Mangy Panda. This is Workers and Resources, and we'll check you out later. Have a good day.